We're celebrating motherhood today, and there's no way we could talk about celebrating mothers without celebrating these extraordinary mothers who not only have children, but have children with special needs. How do they handle a life like that? We're going to find out from Tonia B., who's been here before, and Colette Kana. Good morning.
Good morning, Emily.
And welcome.
Thank you.
I can see the kids have their corner over there, so once in a while we'll take a look at what they're doing. I know Adri King. And then what's his name?
Bright.
Bright. Okay, so we're going to be talking about them. But first off, I want to find out from you. Tonia has been here before. How did you find out that you had a child with Down syndrome?
Je vais parler en français parce qu'en anglais, je vais pas m'en sortir.
Oh, it's an English show, so just try something in French.
Okay. In English?
In English, yeah.
Okay, when Brian was born, after 1 month, I went to the hospital for normal checkup, and the doctor asked me, how do you see the face of your child? And then I was like, my child is normal, he's a baby. And he said, no, your child have a round face, and it means he has a Down syndrome, like in French it's a trisomy. And I was like, what?
Yes, you didn't even know
I
what
don't
that
even
was.
know what was Down syndrome, and she broke it down and said, your child is like the common call in the quarter, les enfants Mongoliens.
Okay.
I faint.
Yes.
I faint. I was like, because it's my only son, I faint. I was like, how can I ask God to give me a child, and he gave me this child? And I was confused in my head. That's just how I found out. I didn't know anything about Down syndrome.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he your first child?
No.
How many children had you had before?
2.
So this was your third child.
Yeah.
So you were like expecting the routine of a healthy child.
Yes.
And
I was expecting a boy.
Yes, and you were blessed with a boy.
I'm blessed with a boy.
You are blessed with a
yeah.
boy. It's important that we know Down syndrome is a genetic condition that causes intellectual disability and other physical and learning challenges. Now, for those who didn't catch up with Antonia's story then, it was similar. The shock was there. Yes. But then how did you get to terms with the fact that, yes, my kid has this condition, but this is still my son?
Yes, it's a little bit fortunate for me that I had Eduking out of the country, and I had a little bit of counseling prior to his birth that he'll come with Down syndrome. What was a little bit shocking was the medical conditions after open heart surgeries, upper respiratory problems. But that baby counseling that your child will come with Down syndrome, 90% I had that.
Okay.
But when I came back to Cameroon, the issue is a stigma now from our community. That's what killed me.
What? Tell us a little bit about the stigma.
Now it's like, hey, Antonia, you had a child, this type of Mbesa. Don't spend on him.
Wow.
Don't buy him good clothes. These are from educated family members. Don't give him good food so that he should go away. If you buy him good clothes, you give him good food, he will remain. So don't show him love so that he can go back. Yeah.
They wanted you to kill your child?
Yes, straight to my face. I mean, from educated family members.
How did you deal with that? Because it's like you're fighting a double battle. You have to take care of your child and the world.
Yes. So that's my beginnings were a little bit different from Mama Brian, because she was in Cameroon, and it's that shock, or even medical practitioners will not really tell you most of what's happening. But since I had that baby counselor at the beginning, I knew this is my bundle of joy. I have to accept Eduking. So now it's my Cameroon community accepting him. And accepting that I'm a mother that has decided to raise my child living with Down syndrome.
Yes.
That's where it was most challenging.
How was the challenge for you?
It was worse than hers, because my husband had to leave me because of this child.
He left you?
Yes. Most mothers have gone to leave me because of this child, because at one point he got tired and he was like, how can I continue to spend my money when this child will be like nobody tomorrow, that type of thing. So I had to face it, face the society. And being a lonely mother with a child with a disability is not an easy task. So the neighborhood was not helping the matter, because each time that bride will go outside to play with a neighbor's son, and then the mother will come out and say, and like, go. That child is kind of, so...
When it's not contagious.
No.
You know, it's really ignorance at the end of the day, it is. But how many people are you going to educate? Maybe it starts with you watching this morning for you to understand that Down syndrome is no fault of anybody. It's not contagious. And it's really about giving love to every child as they come. How does it happen in school?
In school, I thank God because in those years they opened a special center in my quarter there. So I went there and I present my child, and they found that, say, okay, is this type of child that the one in this school? So I put Bright there at the age of 2 years and a half. He was not even walking, so I had to carry him on my back, go to school, carry him and bring him back. And I thank God today he's in the same school and he can talk.
Yeah.
He can talk. It was not easy.
Bryce, they're taking selfies with the studio guy. Eric, ça va, n'est-ce pas? C'est bon. You know, when we talk about this very often, we've had Antonia here before, we talk about taking care of the child, but I want to find out how it's like being a woman and a mother and handling all of the stress. How has it been? Let's start with you, Antonia.
Yes, Emily, this is where you find, I'm not saying that other mothers who don't have special needs children are not doing a full-time job as a mother. But believe me, when you have a child that has special needs, kudos to all the moms out there with raising a child with special needs. Until you wear that shoe, you can never imagine. My sister, I say I have ghost pimples. Because it's only a fellow mother that can tell her stories. If you're not been there, you will not get that story.
Take us a little bit into that world, how you've managed it as a woman and a mother.
Yeah. It's a world of you're up at, like at the tender age, say before 5 years when they're a little bit stable, there are temperatures of 42. So this is you in the middle of the night, 1 a.m. the temperature shoots to 42. You're confused. There's convulsions, those are things. So you are in and out of hospital. The back is packed. You're ready to move at any time. When they are growing, there's society stigma, there's family stigma. You know, they're like, they are wasting money every day. You're in hospital with this child, and then now you don't have a life. When it comes to you, you're all focused. Maybe other kids are feeling left out.
Yes.
Because you're tempted for a mother who accepts, because there are two mothers. There are those who don't accept, and like you can stay there, that's your space. They just dump you food like a pet. And us mothers who accept, I mean, it's a triple time job. Because today he's into your handbag, it's in your pocket. You see, they want to do their own things, they are touching everywhere. So we don't have a life. But like I go back to you mothers, if you don't sacrifice to give them that time at the beginning before 12 years to groom them, then you babysit them all their lives.
Wow.
Because I've met children at 30 that cannot even use the toilet.
Exactly,
because we did not invest at the tender age.
So it takes a lot of work.
Yes.
How do you handle your work? Your life as a regular woman in society and being a mother. Tell me how you do that.
I even abandoned my work.
You left your job.
I left my job because of this child.
Then how do you get money to take care of the child?
Oh God, it's not. I can't even explain how. I thank God my daughter is a bit high. At least she can work and take care of.
Okay.
Of us in the house. I left my job because the child.
Let me have tissue. It's okay to cry. I totally understand it. Okay? But we just want to get your story so you can inspire a woman who is watching you right now and needs your strength.
When the father left us, I have to quit my job because there was nobody to take care of him. He was at least at three years. He has 3 years, and there was nobody. So I had to go to school. I had to take care of him because at that time you cannot go to the toilet alone. You have to be there. You can, if you leave him in the house alone, you come that he mess up everywhere, and everybody is just angry. So I have to stay there and take care of him, so that at least hoping that by the grace of God he will be independent after at least 10 years of 12 years. So I sacrificed everything to take care of him.
This is just heartwarming, and you know, I'm happy when I see the two of you, because you said something. There are some women who are like, I have nothing to do with this. I can't handle it, and they walk away. But we're celebrating mothers who've stood the test of time and are handling this fire that is hot, but are surrounding it with so much love, it's not that painful anymore.
No.
Now, what are you going to tell a woman who has just discovered that she has a child with this form of mental health?
Yes, or as a mother, if you are told that you have a child with Down syndrome, the first thing is accept this bundle of joy with love. Because when you give them love, you get it back. Believe me, it's gonna take your time. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. It's a full-time job. But believe me, if you invest with them in them at a tender age, you get out of that early too enough, because by the time they are 10, they can now do basic things for themselves. But if you abandon them, it's like any other child, say in quote, born normal. If you don't train the child will not be able to do things. So you have to accept your child and invest in them. Invest time and show them love. The first thing, invest basic time and show them love, and teach them like any other child to do the basic things, and try to get their environments to accept them. Avoid places that people that stigmatize them, because when they are stigmatized, they draw back and they don't integrate easily. So you have to accept your child. You have to show the love first as a mother.
Absolutely.
Your community will not love your child more than you. So you start by showing the love. And if you stigmatize, that's how your neighbors and the community will stigmatize. So it starts from us, the mothers, and the immediate family members.
And that's why we're celebrating you today. Thank you so much for coming here and sharing your story. Thank you, Colette, for being the strong woman you are, and also Antonia. And your children are amazing. Look at Eric is having a swell time over there. I feel like joining you. But right now we have to receive another guest.